this quick video a very important note to all life insurance agents, because we are facing some very unprecedented times in our industry, and our industry is going to blow up with a lot of new agents. Okay, and so this is a great time for existing life insurance agents to really show the world how noble and important our industry is. Unfortunately, this is also a time in which greed and selfish gains are going to surface, and that greed and those selfish gains will unfortunately overpower conscionable decisions, right? And so I wanted to make sure that I give 4 tips on how to make sure that you're doing the right thing for the client in a specific scenario. Okay, so I'm gonna be very specific. So as you all know, especially coming in, new life insurance agents come in and they're very excited and they want to share the information with family and close friends, right? We all did that, right? We all wanted to make sure our friends and family knew the value of life insurance and wealth protection and so forth. So some of your clients may be your first clients, right? But what I want to make sure that we stress the importance of is making sure that you're doing the right thing by those very family and friends that you love and cherish, right? So what I notice sometimes in the industry, what happens is a new agent comes in and they ask their family or friend, hey, tia, tío, aunt, uncle, grandma, grandpa, mom, dad, brother, sister, whomever it is, do you currently have life insurance? Okay, great. Do you mind if I take a look at it? Sure. We're going to replace it. Like, they haven't reviewed it. They haven't taken a look at some things, some benefits that the policy has. And so, I want to make sure that I stress the importance of telling you all that do not just be so quick to replace life insurance policies. And there's many reasons why, okay? Number one, if you were to replace a life insurance policy, you're basically resetting the contestability period. What that means is that if something were to happen to the client during the time of 2 years or period of 2 years, the insurance company can decline the claim depending on what they find, okay? So all you're doing is you're restarting everything, and that's not always the wise thing to do, okay? So here I'm gonna give you 4 important things to remember when you sit with clients. Number 1, review what they have, 100% what they have, thoroughly, not just skim through it, actually read what they have. You can typically find everything you need on the summary page, okay? So review what they have. Number 1, death benefit. How much of a death benefit amount do they have? Is it still the amount of coverage that they need? Benefits covered in the policy. If they have an unemployment rider, a disability waiver, child term riders on their policy, if they have living benefits that cover critical, chronic, terminal illness, the type of policy that they have. How long is the policy going to last if it's a term life insurance policy? That's the first thing you do. Second, you find out if their health has changed since their policy was placed in force. So as we all know, we get older, 5-10 years past, our health may not be the same, and we're also a little bit older. And that can affect how much a client is going to pay in premium. So we want to make sure that if we're replacing a policy, that we're actually replacing it for something better with more benefits, not eliminating benefits, but adding benefits to it and potentially even decreasing their life insurance premium, okay? Assess their insurable need to ensure that they have the proper amount of coverage. What I mean by that is, as our kids grow up, maybe we purchase a home, or maybe we reduce our debt, get into more debt, whatever it may be, our insurable need is going to change. And there is no such thing as a one-size-fits-all product. Everyone's needs, what they want, and their budget is different. So we want to make sure that we are tailoring a life insurance policy to that specific client, because their needs are unique to everyone else. Okay, and only if it makes sense do you replace a life insurance policy. And here's why I say that. I have seen agents from a particular company, I'm not going to name the particular company out of respect for them because they are one of the industry leaders, okay, that will go around and replace perfectly good life insurance policies, okay, with a shit policy. What I mean by that is this: a policy that eliminates benefits. For example, Some of our life insurance carriers offer living benefits in the event cancer, diabetes with complications, heart attack, stroke, something like that, where it does not, where it impedes you from being able to earn an income or pay your bills or whatever it may be, or even in times may not even be able to receive treatment because you don't have the money to do so. And I've seen them replace these policies for a policy that does not have those benefits. And what typically happens when you're not prepared, things happen, right? Shit hits the fan, right? As what's happening right now with the coronavirus. And so if you replace the life insurance policy, say within the last few months, and this individual now gets sick, and this person now no longer has the living benefits they had with the previous policy, you have not put them in a very an unfortunate circumstance. Okay, so what I tell you when I tell you this is, I know that we get really excited about sitting with our family and friends as a new life insurance agent. I was once one of those agents. But one thing that I was taught in training, which is why it's so important to go to your field trainings, and why you need someone there guiding you until you become the subject matter expert, right? The SME, is that when I was trained, I was specifically told we look for specific criteria that will tell us whether or not it is in the best interest of the client to replace their life insurance policy. So there were people in my family and in my friend circle that I never replaced their policies. Why? Because it didn't make sense to them. So, or for me to replace the policy, of course. So, as I mentioned before, the reasons why you don't want to be quick to replace life insurance policies is you reset the contestability period. Okay. You may have eliminated benefits, essential benefits that if now they no longer have and something happens, they no longer have a means by which to survive physically or financially because they no longer have those living benefits. So here's my point. A good life insurance agent will do their due diligence, make the right decision on behalf of the client, and not be focused on what's going to go into their own personal pockets. Okay. So, and I want to point that out because you're going to find them. They're in every industry. They're not just in our industry. They're in every industry. But I want to make sure as a leader in the life insurance world, in the life insurance industry, that I am setting the prime example that I want my life insurance, my future life insurance, to follow. And that's important overall in our industry. We want to make sure that we protect the integrity of our industry. So with that said, I really hope that this content was extremely valuable to you. We're going to be getting a lot of new people into the industry. I'm super excited about the massive boom that we're going to have. And sadly, yes, it is because it's going to be more of a reactive approach to what's been going on with the coronavirus. But nonetheless, this is where it's our time to shine. It's our time to really show the world what we do for families in general and how we're able to protect people during their most difficult times, when they're sick, when they're nearing retirement, or God forbid when someone passes away. So with that said, hope you all like this content today. I am going to leave a little link that will go over living benefits, why it's important. Share it with your clients. Share it with your agents. They're more than welcome to use it. For those of you who are interested, as well as potentially setting up an appointment, we can definitely discuss that. You can IM me if you wish, send me a Facebook Messenger, whatever you want to do, whatever you call it.